Nightcrawler is obviously to get Cole down, and then I can move him in case I need a man thing that lane. Arnie wants to onslaught Blue Marvel as well. Ooh, what if I man thing like left? Try to man thing left middle, claw onslaught. Let's see here. All right, we definitely need some 3-drops in here. Thor's good right now with Utopia. So I got Cosmo, Mobius, Shang-Chi. And that'll do it. I am relying on that Nightcrawler a bit much for my liking. Dude, Shuri into Cole, though, is massive. I think I just take Shuri out as much as I love her. Maybe rock Nebs. Where's the Kitty Pride? Kitty Pride gives me something to play a lot of turns if I have her. On turn 4, I can play her into Cole with Utopia on the board or Zabu. Rock Kitty. The Michael Jackson avatar. Love this card at green. Really do. Like, I like something about it not being 3D feels dope, but it is also incredible once it's animated. So we're gonna at least do this. 3D. What a gorgeous card, dude. Playlist. That was humbling. I guess I should post on the Discord. I went live. I just so lazy. So lazy. Los Diablos. Ooh. It's obviously better to get out early. But I like just being able to go and get that. Especially, I mean, he's only 2 less power than Thor can become. Oh, now he's giving me an extra turn. You love to see it. I haven't seen a reason to play Mobius yet, so. What up, Jay Reed? How's work? This is a bit awkward. If I play it here, it can potentially go right. Guess it's here. Heard that. How's Brock doing today? Hopefully he's focused. Got a Silver Surfer. Come on, Cosmo. I need a good doggy right here. We need a good doggo. Don't go middle. That's okay. Come on, we need a good doggo. He didn't come in at all? Gotcha. Heard that. Oh, I actually haven't noticed that. That's cool. When you have none on the board, he's just all grayed out, and then he, like, gets activated. Rawr. Hear me roar. Appreciate you stopping by. I know you can't hang out long, so that's cool. I'll probably just be streaming for maybe like 3 hours or so. I've been trying to get on a more routine so people know when to find me, and it's helped with my numbers. I try to stream like 12 to 4, 12 to 3 every day. But I love it.
Oh, snap.
He goes down to 10. That's 11. He'll probably gain some more. Actually, I don't need to play. Let's play. Just leave that left and go with that. It's 1, 2, and 3. Yep. I think we're chilling, but his Sebastian Shaw will grow, which isn't ideal. No Surfer on Wong, okay. Interesting. Okay. He didn't have room for it at the time. He went. Damn it. Or no? I don't know. Math. But like, I was watching Twitch earlier today, and multiple of the streamers I watch were all running this deck. It's always funny. People emote when they're running decks that they know are good, even though they're playing against people who are running decks that they know aren't necessarily good. I really needed Cosmo. Was he the only card I didn't draw? Boom, 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 boom. We found love in a hopeless place. I kind of want to get back on Starfield soon. Sanctuary. I don't want to snap that, not gonna lie.
Face the might of Asgard.
And then we can play Crossbones, right? This is the snap, really. We can play Cold next turn left if need be. Hopefully have initiative to Cosmo, potentially. Oh, the neck. Ooh, I see you with the coal ideas. Still got the lead, though. Oh my gosh, my least favorite location in the game. Bad Reality Stone. Bad. I should have maybe Mobius. I don't want to give him my hand. She comes back to me after we swap hands, if I'm not mistaken. I'm giving him 2. Those wouldn't help him. That could help him. I think we're chilling. Okay. Okay. We swap hands and then I get Kitty Pride back. Ooh, me gusta. Damn. Okay, so you know he's almost certainly not gonna play left. I could Eliath, but that loses me right. I think it's just this. I mean, I guess that claw left, Kitty Pride right might have also been good. I still hate Mindscape, even though it helped me there. Like I definitely got the better hand of the two, I believe. I know he's good. If I haven't even got Utopia yet, this might be a hot take, but I feel like on when hot locations show up, it should. Okay, there's a difference between the obviously the like. Well, I don't actually remember the difference right off this minute, but there is a difference between hot location and featured location. One of them is like it's a location that's been in the game that's just featured for that period. The other one is like a brand new location that is featured. I 100% think when it's the new location, like in this case Utopia, it should be 100% in every match. Like the rest of the year, other than those days, we play with all of these different locations. Like it's 1 out of 3 locations. It has 100% rate, so be it. It's just kind of like frustrating. You make a deck, and I know I've only played 2 games, but this was also the case last night too. But you kind of like you make a deck to utilize it, and you might not get that location for 3 or 4 matches. Now, keep in mind, for streamers, content people who do this game all the time, they'll play 20 games at any given session at least. So they're certainly going to see it. It's going to be worthwhile. It's not that big of a deal. But the vast majority of Marvel Snap players do not play this game that much. Like they get on and they play a few matches and hop off. Maybe in a couple hours they get on. You know, whenever they get a moment, they'll play. I don't know, 3 to 7 matches at a time. So you hop on, you get a hot location. You only have time for 5 6 matches. You see it once, kind of takes the love away. Now with the other one, the one that's an old location being brought back, I'm cool with it just being a higher percentage. I see that. I need a variant for Negasonic yesterday. Oh, there it is. Speak of the devil, and it will arise. Or something like that. What if your name enrages me? Huh. Too bad. It enrages me too. Okay, we get Utopia, but not the real hand that we would like. Not the hand we would like. But you gotta play the hand that you're dealt. Quantum Realm is good for his stones. I've traveled 10,000 miles to give you my seed. We do this, and then next turn we try to Negasonic right, maybe? Kill something juicy on his hope. Come on there. Come on, sir. Oh yeah, Discord. Am I crazy and really liking Cannonball? Find him on Discord. Hey, I'm live. Be nice to me. Boom. Still be looking my best. Missing my steps. In advance. Okay, we do have Man Thing Onslaught. We might want Hope in this deck. Maybe Hope instead of Negasonic. Okay, but now it's gonna be a little spooky because he's gonna know that he can play like a 6 cost and it won't die. Okay. Damn, he has all the stonage. All the stonage. Dance, I can dance, I can dance. Okay, I mean, this puts me at 15 here on the right. And then next turn I can, like, Kitty Pryde Cole. I mean, or I could play this in Onslaught. We're going up to 20, what, 1? No, 22? I guess it depends on where his Thanos gets placed, but I mean, it's gonna be hard to beat 12 in Quantum Realm, I feel like. Maybe that's the play. That's the play. Okay, 21 becomes easier to accomplish now. He hasn't destroyed his card right. You can't don't run it on me. Dude, part of me wants to do this. He goes down, what, 6 to 3. I go up 5. He's on 3. I'm on 5. Okay, maybe that's not it. Maybe it is just this. I do think he moves Jeff over here. Part of me thinks so he doesn't even have to worry about it dying. And then if so, then that Thanos beats me left and I lose right. Okay, he'd be on 3. 4 with Jeff there. I'd be on 5. Let's try it. For 2 cubes in Infinite. Okay, there it is. I was just kidding. What? Like barbed wire. More Farquad. $15. Just short, man. Just short. I love Man Thing, but maybe the Luke Cage is necessary. I was thinking about him hurting 1 cost, but he'd also hurt my own 2 and 3. He's got such cool animations, though, man. We will get this deck worked out. I say that, and then the location is going to leave. Although I've only got it once. Here. Haven't gone against discard once or death, and I have the Cosmo in my deck. Classic. Classic. And maybe the Claw and the Onslaught are superfluous. I just really like the idea of onslaughting on Man Thing. I mean, I feel like that maybe can win a lane depending on where they stack, especially with as many Silver Surfers as we're seeing in Broods. Like that alone, 12 power plus the potentially negative 12 to negative 16 suckage. Maybe it's not claw though. Goes like this. Oh. Oh, I think we just found it. I think we just found it. And when Utopia goes away, maybe I replace one of the cards, one of the 4-drops or something for Wave. And then I try to get Onslaught down early. Loki for Prez. Well, if he Loki's my deck, I don't think he's going to be too happy. Oh, we love it. I'm almost worried about playing him too early, though. He leaves him like rogueable, enchantressable. It is almost snappable, though. It is almost snappable. As much as I want to get Crossbones down, I think I want to protect that more. That's the Rogue. Okay, we take it. We'll have initiative, or we'll have the lead for Crossbones. One thing I've said, especially since Cold Obsidian came out, since Cold Obsidian's qualifications are much easier to meet, what if they changed Crossbones, even if they had to go down to 4-7, but you can only play this at locations that you're not losing, so you can be tied and play there. Thoughts? I think we do that. If we draw Cold Obsidian, it lets me play him there. Okay. Damn, I wonder if Super Scroll will be good in this. Right now. Oh, dude, such sick animations. The clicking, the dragging, the sound. The green, what I call the spectrum effect. Alright, but he actually won't do anything now because of Mr. Lucas Cage. Pull the Onslaught. That'd be neat. Come on, Grand Central, do it. Do it. Not a babe. Uh-oh. Screwed. So much for my one-cost man thing.
Behold my mighty hand.
If 2 Luke Cages on the board, they should counteract each other, and I should be able to sap them. I'm kidding, but... That... I'd be at 11, 13. Or am I spreading myself too much? That only ties middle anyways. What if I did that? 8, 10. I leave myself on 9 over there. Oh, there it is. I also forgot, I'm not gonna lie, I forgot about Lizard going down. I might have not needed all. Oh, I fucked up so bad. No, I didn't. Nice, Shang-Chi. Great Shang-Chi, that. What a sequence. Okay, I'm glad I remember. Okay, so I wasn't factoring in Lizard going down because of Luke Cage, but then I forgot about that. Thought he would go down. It was a whole thing. This card is so sick, though, dude. The cover, the green. Obviously, it's going to be great when it is animated and stuff, but so cool with green. Glad I had Luke Cage there. Might just go ahead and switch to Final Fantasy VII since the Snap Crew isn't here. Need to take advantage of that. You to stay. Got Final Fantasy VII now. Oh, I don't know what to do. I want to play so many things. I also installed Dave the Diver. What up, yo? How's work? I can't without you. Look at that Jeff emote. I need that. He's like drinking like an orange soda thing. Got a crown on his head. Ooh, what you doing, Sav? Everyone I know good. Work is bleh. Bleh. Oh, that's cool. Announce green. Let me test this. Do I need to keep it in the bracket? Testing. Okay, we don't need the bracket. Announce green. No bracket. Shout out Sav. There it is. Why do you keep hiding your jacket, sir? Because I'm weird and nervous and ugly goober face. Because it smells good. I use great, like, fragrance enhancer and the washer and dryer stuff. Is that good? Those are two good answers. I want to like keep playing some of this because of the Utopia location, but like, I need to refill my water. Not a good answer. Second one was much more acceptable. It does smell really good. Dom Quixote. Weird. Not Don, mind you. Now, Dom Draper Quixote would have been a fire name. And a bang bang. And a bang bang. I don't want to play my Luke Cage yet, I don't think. He should be, like, Iceman shouldn't be affected by Jotunheim. Luke should not be kicked out of his own bar. No. Okay. Luke Cage is going to go bonkers. That's not very bonkers. Alright, so what we want to do here is we definitely want to do this, I believe. But we can't affect my Luke Cage. It's going to be awkward. We really need to win this location with the Omega Red, though. He kind of hurts the tempo there. Maybe he changes the right location with a storm or something? Or he might have War Machine, and I could be no bueno. Heard of or seen the show 3 Body Problem? No, I have not. What's it on? 3 Body Problem. At first, it sounds like a murder podcast type of thing, but honestly, it could be like a, I don't know, like a sexual empowerment podcast. If you're winning here. Are you snapping, dog? He doesn't know about the Luke Cage. He doesn't know about the Luke Cage. I don't know how I'm going to play it. Like, do I let him snap? I don't snap back. And then I play that and bamboozle him? This is awkward. I want this on the board, though. Let's just do this. Let him snap. Netflix? I have not heard of it until you just said that. No. Sapped and sucked. Don Quixote. I really got to figure out something, though, about these other locations. They're muy awkward. I can try to get my hand filled up. So, okay, what we want to do, potentially... it's not going to be able to work. Okay, I have 6 cards in my hand. Next turn, I'll draw a 7th. Problem is, nah. Because obviously, if you can get your hand full, the card will stay on Luke's bar. This, and then that, and then... Ah. I watched the whole first season. Futuristic sci-fi. It's called 3 Body Problem. It sounds good. Damn, this is awkward. Alright, that's... like, obviously, Omega Red... Ah, this is so awkward. I mean, is he just going for tiebreaker? Oh, no, he has Kyera. He's going to be able to win right with that. Shit. Okay, Onslaught in the middle brings me up to 19. Oh, that's not what we wanted. Brings me up to 19. And then it hits them again for 6 more. So I win 19 to 9. But his Hulk probably wins the tiebreaker. These locations suck, man. I just don't get their decision sometimes. There's a couple locations that give you cards, like randomly generated cards. Um and they reduced the spawn rate of those because they thought they were too like constrictive. But but these were fine. And I like these locations. I don't want them gone. I'm just talking about spawn rate percentage. Uh, I hate retreating in Infinite Ladder.
Escape.
Man, those locations booty. Booty booty booty. Easy on you. Appears more often. It should appear in every match for this one day. Come on, move it. March 21st. I think they actually changed it in the patch before this one. Let's see. Oh, computer. I think we're okay now. We dropped frames there for a second for sure. We okay? We're back. Mind Stone, Psylocke, Guardians. No, it was the one before this. The one before March 21st. So much just for being able to see things in game. You getting on any snap before Utopia changes? Okay, so this was the big patch, March 12th, the one that added the graveyard, which is most important for mobile players who can't access Untapped. Now, last night in stream, I started to go on my little rant again. I've done this multiple times about Spider Ham, and I just think it's dumb that the player, if I play Spider Ham and it hits a card in my opponent's hand, my opponent misses it. He looks away. We both look away, right? Split second, life goes on. We look away. He can then, he's looking at his hand, even though he can see the card that's like a 3-7. So he knows his deck. Or a better example, it's like his pig is a 3-8. He knows his deck. He knows it's his gladiator, right? He doesn't even need to click on it. But if he does click on it, he can see the gladiator as like it'll show like the token of it. But if you're the person who plays Spider Ham, you don't get that. You miss, you're lost. And it's funny that on one of the first bullet points is, oh, you missed what happened, turn one Yondu. What about Spider Ham, big dog? What up, Adlin? I'm going back and looking at the patch notes because I just had a match where I had Luke's Bar and Death's Domain. And it's funny to me that and I'm pretty sure this is the patch, I'll get to it in a second, they adjusted the spawn rates of several locations. Which isn't the first time they've done that. But I just always feel like they have their finger, their finger isn't exactly on the pulse because they change. Okay, so March 12th is when we got the Deadpool underwear stuff. I haven't actually played Legion since this change. Darkhawk's effects they added are incredible. Moon Girls are good too, the little bubble gun. All right, Elsa, Meek, Mantis, Cable, Time Stone, and Baku, Yondu. Here we go. As we add new locations to the game, periodically we need to review them to evaluate the total impact they're having on the metagame. After conducting that review, we've increased the rarity, which is I was about to say, which is another way to say that they're going to spawn less, which means you'll see them slightly less. Our motivations for doing so primarily centered around reducing how often locations add extra cards to the game, as well as for balancing the locations that boost specific archetypes, like Destroy. Those locations are. Now, here's what's funny. And I've said this several times since Mockingbird's release. What was funny is if you look at this, Camp Lehigh, Collapse Mine, which is a Death and Mockingbird enabler, right? But Camp Lehigh, Great Portal, Nor Dimension, are all locations that you could say would help Mockingbird. You get a new card that didn't start in your deck. You get a new card that's right. You get the gens, right? And I've been saying this for what's funny about for Mockingbird though is what also made her so strong is, and it's no coincidence that if you felt like you've seen more Central Park and more the thing that gives the ninja the -2 lately, you're probably not wrong, and it's probably also not selective bias because with these spawning less, invariably others will spawn more just from sheer averages. Okay, so anyways, I wanted to go back and look at this because locations like Luke's Bar, which I don't want them gone. I think they're fantastic. And when you can outsmart your opponent on Luke's Bar by like getting your hand full so your cards stay there, it's so dope. But Death's Domain, Altar of Death, those probably also could have reduced a little bit differently. It'd also be cool if we could see, you know how if a game has Gamba mechanics, microtransactions, things like that, loot boxes, they're required by law to have like a breakdown of the percentages of what might happen. I'm not saying these guys need to be required by law, clearly, but it would be nice if there was like a little cheat sheet that showed all the locations and what their current spawn rate was. Like it'd be nice to see, okay, Ego has a 1.5, right? World Ship has a 2. Most of them have a, you know what I'm saying? We've also lined up all of our locations with card. Okay, and this is where they just reworded them and made them happen faster. Asgard is maybe the most definitively noticeable right off the rip. But yeah, this was on March 12th. And anyways, my point, what I had been saying about Mockingbird was it's funny because they were like, oh, this is going to enable Mockingbird to make her stronger. This. And it's like, okay, but not Central Park, not the one that gives the ninja. What's the other one? X Mansion. Not the one I was thinking of, but that counts. What's the other location that gives you stuff like Monster Island, X Mansion, Central Park, the one that gives the ninja. I think I'm missing one. But that's anyways. My point is, these still require. Well, maybe not. Nerd Dimension was a good idea because the gen are just free, but right, these still cost energy. You still have to get them in your hand and play them. It doesn't really help Mockingbird. Central Park helps Mockingbird. Instantly makes her a 2/5 or 2/9. No. I mean like locations that immediately spawn them on the on board that will help reduce Mockingbird. So Central Park, the one that gives the ninja, X Mansion, Monster Island. Am I missing one? I feel like there's one more that I'm missing. But all right, but why you think of that? Um, yeah, that was kind of the point I've been making these last couple of weeks, and this just verifies it. It's like these three were you didn't need to adjust those. Maybe nor. I do like Rickety Bridge being like some of these are smart, but here's the thing: I would rather them have kept Hotel Inferno more common because at least as a player, yes, I can put a card there and I destroy a card in their deck and I help their death and potentially their null, but I also could potentially destroy their null or their death, right? I actually would rather have this stayed up and like Death's Domain being one that goes down. You see what I'm saying? Anywho. Obviously, Collapse Mine is one of those, but they did adjust that. I'm trying to think of the other ones that could have been adjusted because, yeah, anyways. Clintar, but that was Gamma Lab. So that's not that you still have to play there, but I've anyways. That's my final point. Is a part of what makes Mockingbird so damn good is there's several locations that drastically aid her being cheaper. None more so than Central Park, probably. And that wasn't adjusted, but these other ones were in the attempt to mitigate Mockingbird's strength, right? And yet, in the end, all this does is make Central Park spawn more. Okay. No. That was March 12th. I still can't think of me neither. And I might have been thinking of like Collapse Mine, but again, that one was adjusted. I'm down. But no, I do think it would be cool if we could see like a little, like there was a section in the game where it had all the locations listed in a nice little compendium. And now I wouldn't want it to be like a freaking encyclopedia where you could click on the location and then it would break down certain interactions that you might not be familiar with. Like last night in Matchy's stream, we were talking about the war machine with Luke's bar kind of thing. Like I wouldn't want it to spoon feed you that. I still feel like a player needs to play the game and learn those kind of things, right? But yeah, just a little like boom, these are the locations, these are what they do, and then that's their spawn rate. I think that'd be cool. Ooh. Ooh. I'd obviously love to play Crossbones in that, but cannot do so. His animations are so cool. Well, that it does exist outside the game, right? There's like several, like snapfan.com and Untapped probably does it. Although it would get a little bogged down, so to speak, in terms of it's more stuff to make the game weightier. Okay, he almost certainly has Luke Cage, and he's probably a Spectrum deck, question mark? In my eyes. Okay, presumably, then he would want to Spectrum here later. I have a 3/8 Mobius. Mr. Felix. Okay. I see your Luke Cage, and I'm tempted to raise you one. Damn. I have to get him played. I mean, 3/8's too good of a value, but we're worried about the Spectrum, so let's do that, maybe? Wait, hold on. We can move Nightcrawler after he gets the Pulse. It is a beefy Mobius. I probably should have snapped on Felix here. Damn it.
I am Iron Man. All systems go.
Hopefully it's not a Living Tribunal. I think I'll be okay, maybe. If it's Living Tribunal here, it's 14, 60, 65, which is 22 apiece almost, 21. I can't remember. Does it round down? Rounds up. Hey, murder on the dance floor. Okay, actually, I think I might move my Nightcrawler here. Play that and that. That overcomes 22 all the ways. He hasn't done the math. It's Tribunal. Okay, it's not Tribunal. Question mark. What's happening? Hey, I got what you meant. Oh, that's not going to be enough, sir. I do respect the Captain America play in general. I also think he wanted the Spectrum. So this he had to adapt. What a incredible Captain America card. My word. It kind of looks like he's a fish. You know, he's got the seaweed things, and then he's got the, almost looks like gills. I like the bullets flying around. Oh, it looks... Oh, what a perfect card back for it. I think it was. I mean, again, I always... Wait, do we remember last night? My Untapped said bot. Likely a bot. Never had seen that before. Haven't seen it since. And honestly, it was the least seeming bot I can remember. Like, he didn't have a one-name like Felix with the old school avatar, right? He actually had... It was... I want to say it was like multiple words. It was like giant man thing man or something, like giant hand on man thing. What? But he also emoted with like a storm one or something. Definitely don't think that guy was a bot. Gregor de Luffy. The Luffy makes it sound like that's a is it One Piece reference? Ayo, the curse. What up, dude? Who else thinks Avengers Compound should say, if possible, like, Jean Grey? Ooh, we can actually get Onslaught off early. Since I don't like preemptively Cosmoing. We'll do this since she's more likely to need to play there. We're seeing a lot of Luke Cages right now. Is Luke Cage back on the menu, boys and girls? I was just quoting Lord of the Rings, obviously. Okay, this is a thing. I can do this. This is neat. He's protected. We love that. But it's a little overkill if I wanted to, like, Man Thing and then Onslaught. I can't... There's no point in Man Thing. Never mind. He's got Luke Cage on the board. I actually think I want to go ahead and move him. No, it doesn't matter now, actually. Because I was going to say, if I draw Crossbones, I want to go ahead and be winning here. But freaking Avengers Compound. Then that's... Is it, Adeline? We've only seen one card. He's obviously going to try to hazmat me. And this is also precisely why I said I don't like preemptively Cosmoing, but alas, what can you do? Avengers Compound is obviously good for him. He's got to skip a turn, but that hazmat at the end is going to be annoying. I mean, I maybe draw my Luke Cage, but do I? Like do I? Scholars don't think so. Or do I do Morbius for the raw power? Not Man Thing. I know he won't do anything but the power. But the power! He might Sarah here. Let's do it. He might Sarah. I can draw Luke Cage. Come on now. Ready, break. We love it. We love it. How was that, Sarah? Tempo play. Very good, huh? Very good. Oh, I don't have initiative like I wanted. That was I almost called that to a T. From the moving the Nightcrawler for Crossbones. The Sarah. I still don't love it. There it is. Having a powwow. Powwow. Who's having a powwow? You are? Me? I'm powwowing? You're one of your kids? I don't know how to cap my bit rate. I have it set to 6K, but sometimes it'll just randomly start doing it at like 6,500, 6,700. For some reason, my run ad buttons aren't working, and I want to run an ad now because the only people in stream are subs, so y'all want to be affected by it. And then that way I don't have pre-rolls for any new people coming in, but the buttons aren't working. And then I thought there was a command you can go like /run ad, but I don't see it. /timeout, no. Block, gift, no. You're getting farmed, except you're not because y'all are all subs. Thanks to Sav and our majestic generosity. It like they won't work. I've refreshed my browser 5 times and it's still giving me the failure to load module and the little ghost symbol. All right. Did it. He did it. Still have around an hour. All hail our mighty goddess indeed. I thought his name was Poseidon Boy at first. Damn, what's up with my game? All right, at some point I gotta call my dad. It's his birthday. So I'll probably do that after this game. Okay, we love that. If I didn't already snap, I would probably snap. Especially if I can get freaking the homie what's his name? Luke Cage. Lucas Pringle. Do you think Luke Cage and Johnny Cage are brothers? Okay, we don't like him getting a negative off early. With Onslaught Citadel, his Knoll's gonna be funky. Although we're gonna be able to play Crossbones, Omega Red, Man Thing. We really want Luke Cage. Got a lot of energy. Got a lot of trying to hate me. All right, all this energy, trying to take the win. Maybe I actually do that, so I can leave room for like Onslaught potentially over there. Ooh. I'm worried about doing this before I have Luke Cage though. I mean, I'm only hitting my Zabu. I'm gonna let the Nightcrawler move over there. I'm a little too stuffed up. Named himself after Luke. Love that. I don't think I can play this Jin. Too far, Adlin. Too far. Okay, my computer's freezing now. I don't love this. I think I just let the Jin ride. I don't like staying in against a negative deck, but it is what it is. Okay, that actually works for me in a way. A lot. You're fine, you're fine. This isn't necessarily a safe for work stream, but you know, we don't need it doesn't need to be that explicit. Okay, this is spooky. We get onslaught, but that's about it. So we just do this. No, okay, we can do this. That. And this means and just chill. I'll have 8 energy on turn 6. Ooh, Luke Cage would be dope. So dope. And maybe him playing a Shang-Chi-able card here would also be neat. Alright, we're cutting it close with drawing cards here, though. Damn, I need to restart my game. What's going on? Okay, Cosmo, question mark? Dude, can't get Luke, can't get Cosmo. Literally 2 of the 3 cards I'm missing right now. What's going on here? No, we can't play Cole there. This sucks. I mean, we want to play Cole there, but then my hand gets full. We just do that? Ah, Cosmo would be neat. The reason I'm doing this is because, alright, if I do this, I have 5 cards in my hand. I'll have 6 I can draw. If I play even like her here and just soak the energy, I'm at 6, 7, I won't draw. Oh, agreed. Well, I'm glad we're starting to get with that Ghost Rider. So, hold on, I'll get into that after this game. But, okay, a couple years ago, there was a comic book line called, like, 10 billion or 10 million BC, and I loved it. I loved it conceptually. And, so there was, I can't remember what variant it was, but it came out about 8 months ago in Snap. Good lord, my Zabu is not feeling so good. Dude, my Zabu is not feeling very bueno.
I am Iron Man.
Okay, is he gonna what? Silver Surfer, Absorber Man, Ironheart, Silver Surfer. There's the Cosmo. You've got to be shitting me. No way. Although I think I would rather have Luke Cage. Him sending Zabu up 12 power. Yeah, but the alternative was like soaking 6 energy last turn. I guess it's this. Just that? Or actually, hold on. I'm staying in because it's freaking infinite and this is how I lose so many points. Is he at negative 14 or 14? Okay. I mean, this is gonna proc a whole shit ton of times, huh? Actually, no, let's just be smart. I'm in a great spot. But man, Cosmo, Luke Cage, so rude. Not a good doggo. Yeah, I can't even do the math. I think even if he only puts one, just Ironheart down or just Silver Surfer, no Absorbing Man, just one card. That thing procs what on the Citadel? It procs 16 times maybe. 1, 2, 4, 8, 16. I think. Yeah, would have procced 16 times. Surfer, Absorbing Man, but that's like I saw a couple of streamers playing this last night and then today some version of a Silver Surfer, and it's just like that's people really just can't get on this game and like make their own deck with 12 cards. And you play 2 matches, you tinker, you take a card out, you feel it's not good, and then nope. We're gonna copy and paste. Okay, something different. I'm not gonna draw my Cosmo though. Come on, doggo. Not yet though. We don't need you yet. Zabu would be cool. Fist bump their face. Okay, we have the neat discard War Machine deck. Same. Ooh, double rocks. I've gotten lucky so far, knock on wood. I mean, here's my rock now. Oh my goodness. Imagine getting Subterranean turn 1 and turn 5 haven't hit a rock yet. That's unprecedented. Absolutely unprecedented, lad. I haven't figured that out. Have you watched it yet? Again, I think Crossbones, even if he has to go down to a 4/7, should read, you can only play this at locations where you're not losing. So you could, in theory, place it in a location you're tying. But he might need to go down to 4/7, potentially, with that. Didn't know I was... Man, imagine Zabu. This game would have been neat. Okay, oh man. What does he play? He didn't really get to pop off anything, right? He's got... The Ghost Rider can't summon anything back. Hell yeah. And was that your first time watching it? I forget.
Victory.
You know something I never do, but with this deck in particular, I am curious, is click these, or not that, the view my stats. I think I've only never done that once. It was like months ago. I kind of forget you can do it. Although my stats probably won't be good because a lot of YOLO non-retreats because it's Infinite Conquest. Making me sign in. Why do I have to sign in? Like, doesn't that just like link you? I don't know if I've even ever signed in before. So you only can look at your stats if you've made an account? Is that what I'm seeing? I don't know if I've ever made an account. Valid credentials. Yeah, I don't... Okay, so... That also probably explains why I've never clicked on the view my stats. Because I never felt like making an account. It should be linked after first sign in. Yeah, I guess I... Wait, do you... Oh, wait. Do you have to make an account when you're actually installing Tapped and like to even just use it in the capacity that you've seen me use it? Would I have needed to log in? Was Instant Men in Black 3? Tommy Lee Jones is underrated in that movie, and it's hard to say because Tommy Lee Jones is a legend. But Javier Bardem is just. We'll get into that. We'll get into that. Did I make an account? Oh, I did. Oh, yeah. It's at the bottom there. Okay. Ah, that explains it. View my stats. Probably gonna drop frames here for a second. How bad was it? Also, no ring light. Too hot. Might be here. It's like trying to populate my data. If you want to track all your gameplay, yes. Sorry I took 3 minutes to read that. Dude, my computer's getting hiccupy again for the first time. Why isn't it loading? This is the right page, right? Hold on. It's gonna be risky. Bear with me. This is the right page eventually, right? My stats. It's weird. It used to track off your account being live, but about 4 months ago, it switched to separate tracking. Is that all in relation to needing, like, it only tracking data of your gameplay while Untapped is up and running alongside of it? Is that what your last two comments are kind of building off of? Come on, game. Oh, no. Okay, so your first one, if you want it to track all your gameplay, was probably about making an account in general. And the second one was about the tracking, right? Is that more specific? It's weird. It used to track off your account being live, but about 4 months ago, it switched to separate tracking. And I'm not getting any tracking here. I just want the last hour. That's all we want. Oh, here we go. Neat. Sad Cloud. Speaking of that, is it Final Fantasy VII time? Maybe. So much for Jean Grey's OnlyFans. All right. We'll look this up later. I'll look it up and take a screenshot or something, I guess. This is weird. Oh, what? Here we go. Netcube +1. Again, I don't think that's terrible given how many matches I stay in when I know I shouldn't. Like, it's so hard for me to play any deck for too long. 11 games, 9 games, 10 games. That's about the threshold, and then I just get bored. Tokyo Jungle. All right, this site is effing my computer up. All right, Untapped, I'm getting out of here. You suck. 3 games, 4 games, 1 game, 5 games. 16. These are the two biggest. Surprising that the discard is so good. I don't feel like I played 48 games with Swordmaster in that package, though. That's my only thing. Like, I feel like I had most of those cards, and then I swapped in Armor and Swordmaster at some point. 21, no, 24 with the Wii Ball Hard. All right, I'm getting off of here. It's just shitting on my OBS. Get me out of here. All right, we're back. Although, why is my OBS trying to go at 7,000 bit rate? My word. Think we're okay now for the time being. Actually, must be glued to a screen now that the season started. I don't know if any games have started. I know his his team, the Cubs, play tonight at like 7:30 my time, 6:30 his. They're playing the defending champs on national television. He's probably. I wouldn't be surprised if he's only recently woke up. Let's see what we have today. First game's at 3:05. Yeah, first game's at 3. Matchy's game matches at 7:30 my time, 6 his, 6:30, and then my team doesn't play until 10 o'clock my time because they're in Seattle. Unlit matchy match. Yeah, his flame has been extinguished for now. Oh, stretching feels so good. Man, I had such a good. If only freaking Cosmo would have shown up a turn earlier. Okay, this is gonna be my last game, even if I just have to restart it and take a quick break, because Snap no feel good right now. That's what you thought of? I was thinking more like Beavis and Butthead. Ooh, that's not great for him. Hunchback and Quasimodo. Basically anyone but Shang-Chi, huh? Anyone but Shang-Chi? Exactly. I need PP for my cornholio. Brood. I think he's got a Jeff. He's almost certainly got a Jeff. This might be a goblin kind of concoction. Ravona, Professor X. Ah! Plays Gamora, question mark? Think he's Shang-Chi's that? It kind of We'll see. If he didn't already have 3 cards in the middle, I would probably try to challenge that for my Omega Red win. But yeah. And I called it with the goblins. Goblins very sage. Very sage. And I can't play Crossbones there. But I can play this guy. Is that better or is that better? You probably just Elias me here with this deck.
Opponent snapped.
If this is the case, he wins tiebreaker. Yeah. He's already played something after Professor X. Sakar pulled Professor X. Last turn he played a Hobgoblin. I just feel like this is an Eliath. Ooh, it's gonna be a good night. And I really don't care. It's just infinite. I lose this Eliath. I lose so many cubes like this because it's infinite, and I just want to see my lines. Like so many cubes every month. Because like it's like it's a double whammy, right? It's like because I'm an infinite, and I'm somebody who likes to make decks myself from scratch, like loves it. It's my favorite part of a card game. And I want to try zany stuff. I'm already disadvantaged because I'm not using meta. And then you get into situations where you know you retreat, but because you're using such a wonky deck, you just kind of want to see the lines. Like I just kind of wanted to see me potentially win that and watch Omega Red do his thing, you know? Yeah, it absolutely is in any other situation. I mean, we knew Eliath was likely. When you run that deck, you have Eliath in it. Oh, I did say that was my last game. Shit, look at it. It's already frozen. So it's Brood, Surfer, Sebastian Shaw, Killmonger, Inbound. I have that card. Love it. Come on, Cos. Do you think I'll get another game where I don't get Cosmo in a match where I absolutely need it? Come on. Can I get the doggo when it matters most or nah? Summon the doggo indeed. Brood. That's gonna be a juicy freaking brood. Oh, wow. Okay. Shang-Chi-able. We like that. Man, if only I could play both of these this turn. Crossbones and Shang-Chi.
Oh, snap.
I think we do that for now. Next turn, Man-Thing, Luke Cage, and then Shang-Chi, potentially. Yeah, that's true. So it's kind of glad I haven't gotten them yet. We need something to happen here, though. He just won't show up when it matters most. Man, now I kind of wish I didn't put Crossbones there. He will be what, 2 cost, 2. Oh, this is spooky, dude. Why can't I get Cosmo in the game where I'm playing against a Wong? Damn, that Sebastian Saul is gonna get punched mightily. He almost certainly moves the middle to avoid that problem. Wow, what a curve. A Mega Red, it's just like the super freaking, what, oh, that's not what I'm gonna do. I have like a Super Sarah on the board, dude. I could play Shang-Chi, Luke Cage, and Mega Red on the final turn. Do I do that? In case, if he moves it over, boom. If he doesn't, there's no point of leaving Cole over there anyways. They move it. They're worried about Shang-Chi. Certainly they move it. Okay, maybe not, but we're still okay. Absorbing Man. 12, 24. I'm glad I moved Cold Obsidian over. A clean 25-25. That's how the game's supposed to be made. Or won. I jokingly, but if you actually look at like the history of the game and when decks started to get nerfed, when they start looked at for getting nerfed, I think it's, I don't know how to, obviously you can win, you can win lanes 3-0, right? But I think somewhere between like 19 to 27, if I had to guess, would be more like Second Dinner's ideal power win, you know what I mean, threshold, so to speak, about 18 to 27, somewhere around there. So double 25 feels clean. I say that because like once, like for example, the Shuri deck way back in the day, obviously it was meta. Everyone wanted to nerf. It got nerfed real hard. I mean, several Taskmaster, Red Skull, Shuri, all got affected at one point or another. She-Hulk went up, down, then back up. And I think their problem there was, and this is what made this also what makes the discard situation so funny to me and like the Thanos lately is, so back in Shuri's worst, you would win like, again, you would have to get the perfect curve, right? You need to have your Cosmo down to protect it, but you would typically win like 34, like you would get low 30s in both lanes, give or take, right? You would get about 34ish in the Red Skull lane potentially, and then your Taskmaster would go for about 30. Because keep in mind, this was when Red Skull was 15 powered. So, anyways, you would often win with about 30, and this was also before Sauron was a card. So you wouldn't often get that Ebony Maw down late. You would try to zero it turns 1 through 3. Anyways, my point was you would rarely eclipse 36, 37 points and now the problem which made it really strong was you would often get 30 something points in 2 lanes. And that's where it's like super hard to out climb. But you see the discard decks and the Thanos decks over the last couple months and you're like, or even the Tribunal deck, granted that takes a lot more comboing and whatnot, but it's like you look at those decks and keep in mind, obviously the Wong, Black Panther, Zola, those shenanigans from back in the day, you could get thousands. You could have 1,000,000 points in a lane. I'm not talking about those extreme combos. We're talking, general kind of flows. But Thanos and discard can routinely have multiple, like they could have 35, 40, 21. Like realistically, they could go over 100 total power and on the board. And then Shuri, who would get maybe 70 total power, was no. You're your average tribunal score was 33 per lane. And that's a better metric because obviously great scenarios with living tribunals, you're winning like and again, this is not the top end. We're not talking a bonkers billion point game, but a great tribunal game that's still realistic, fairly realistic. However, you know what how I'm trying to word it, but is probably around 300 or 400 in each lane, like 270 to about 380, right? You can get that without needing to go bonkers sometimes. But again, that's a super combo-y deck. I don't even want to like include that or the Black Panther thing. But again, it's like that's something I've always considered. Is back in the day, I used the Shuri deck at times. Granted, it was my own build, and I would like throw in funky cards. Like back then, Vision was only 7 powered. I would try to use him. Anywho, I've often thought about that when decks have gotten strong since the Shuri nerf, and it was like, okay, realistically, Shuri would be about 34 and maybe 36 in your 2 lanes. So we're looking about 70-ish total power. And then you look at some of the original Thanos blob, right? The discard Thanos is recently. What was another good one? And see, like that's the thing with like the Loki, right? When Loki was really shitty, and not that he feels much better to go against, it's like there's different kinds, right? Like a Loki deck has never blown you out of the water where you're, you know what I mean? It's like they're 30 plus power in every lane. That's rarely going to be what a Loki deck achieves. So it doesn't, it's like, but does that mean it's any less infuriating to play against? Absolutely not, because it's really shitty to lose to your own cards, but cheaper, right? So I do understand that from a dev standpoint, it's so tough to keep all this stuff in balance. Not only from the different like ranks, the different modes, but then you have the whole element of like, what do we need to address first? Is it the one that climbs super hard and is like, or is it the one that feels shitty to play against? Galactus at its worst, it's usually when it was at its worst, you're losing maybe 20 to whatever your power is. But it was how it felt. The fact that you couldn't play because of the Spider-Man. Or if you did get initiative, so they wouldn't Spider-Man you would get Shang-Chi'd. And or they'd have the cheap death because of all the other things that were destroyed. So it's like it's always tough. It's like, how do you balance the numbers versus the feel, the quantitative versus the qualitative? And not to mention Galactus was 6'7" and didn't need to be winning. People hate getting shit on by their own cards. 2.1 billion single lane. Per lane was my best single lane. 7 and at the first like 5-ish months of the game. Well, keep in mind, Black Panther came out the second month after release. He came out in November.
This just in.
And there was a sequence. I can't remember exactly how they had to instead of J, Jonah Jameson, LL Lameson, Kiki. Sorry, Kesha, I gotta change the song. Wait, what the heck am I? Oh, speaking of Black Panther, holy crap. Where'd you come from, bud? I mean, I know where you came from, but hey, dude, long time no see. Yeah, anywho. All of that started with because the fact that's why like it seems like I'm ranting and but like I'm not. Like that was more just like a history lesson, right? I won my last game and that all started because I had a clean 25 and 25 in 2 lanes. And then I go on that spiel. And I don't know how my tone is sometimes and whatnot, but like it genuinely was not me big. It was just like a history, like, hey, these are some of the numbers and metrics and thresholds that they must consider when thinking about what needs to be nerfed, Fortunately, he's going to proc the Abbey. Since we know he's going to do that, should I maybe try to build into Hala? There is a chance that he doesn't do it. I think I built into Hala, though. There is a chance that he didn't do it. Fuck. Oh, we love that. Great hit, Spider-Ham. Oh, what a sequence that. What a sequence that. And Man-Thing now doesn't affect... Well, he wouldn't have affected him when he was a 4 cost. Now would he? Okay, now, but this is a little weird. A little weird, right? I don't want to risk my Mobius dying now, though, either. This was always to punt Abby. If only I had freaking Cosmo. Yeah, let's just do that. I keep playing a game and I'm forgetting to restart it. He's got a Black Panther in his hand. God, you gotta love the Mobius Spider-Ham interaction when you're on the positive end of it. Okay, I like this, but also I don't get a chance to play... Well, I don't need Luke Cage, actually, if I'm only going to play Onslaught, a Mega Red Man-Thing. But then again, do I actually climb higher than that Cole? This may be the move, and then we Onslaught. This the move. And we do that. Or is it... This is only like maybe my 11th match playing with Cole Obsidian. It's still cool to me that I like his little animation when he like roar. Man, I went through so many different lines there. Okay, now he's gonna try to... Come on, Cosmo, do the thing with the stuff. I need you, bud. Cosmo. He's never showing up when I need him. Come on. I was just kidding. I was just kidding! You're such a good doggo, and you're so cute. Everyone loves you. We all talk about it. Everyone talks about it. I would say no. I wish, because I love the character in the comics and stuff. I love how he's inspired from Creature of the Black Lagoon. Sorry, Zola. That's hilarious that the first match after talking about old school Black Panther going big, not that this was going to be one of those, but our opponent tries to do that. Wild. I would emote you, bud, but my game is just not running well right now. Look at this. All right. Yeah, I love him as a comic book character. Creature of the Black Lagoon has phenomenal animations. But then again, every single card that they've added over the last... I don't know when that moment was where they're like, you know what, we're just going to crush this sound and visual effects from the jump so we don't have to go back and fiddle with it later. But they have just been crushing it, man. It might go back to Lady Deathstrike, to be honest, as early as that. Because she was the first... Yeah, I think she came out before Man-Thing, right? So she was the first that had what I refer to it as the Spectrum effect. She obviously wasn't the first to have it, Spectrum was. But she was the, first other character that they gave that to. And then they gave it to Man-Thing. And then they went and gave it to a bunch of characters who were already in the game. Like Shang-Chi. You will see the cards that it can hit will glow now, right? Magneto will show the cards that it could pull. Mystique will show the last card that you played. Taskmaster, right? There's a couple training wheels Spectrum effects to help people who might have forgotten what was the last card they played. And it's just funny. They'll do that, which, again, I'm all for making some things easier, but like, they'll take the time to add an effect for Mystique and Taskmaster to just help people remember what was the last card they played, but they won't go and add the ability to see what our own Spider Ham hit if we missed it, or what a Nold's gonna be. Like, I just that still blows my mind. And especially since Noel used to work like Morbius, where he would not show you his power until he was played. You could not see it in your hand. And then they patched it about a year ago. And even in the patch notes, they reference Morbius. And in fairness, Morbius is a lot easier to do the math for. Dude, Black Panther is just... he's the topic of conversation currently. I actually like that. I have some cool Black Panther variants, but... I hate that. Ooh, and you also always gotta love a variant from these free bonus caches. Pixel Black Panther. Alright, let me get out of this. Restart it. I might switch. It's been 2 hours. I might switch to Final Fantasy. This is kind of perfect timing, to be honest. Dude, why does Snap get like this? I'm playing too big brain of a deck. Ooh. Please. All right, I'm gonna take a quick, like, 7-ish minute break, get my water, pet my doggos, stretch. I recommend doing the same thing to anybody out there, and then I'll be back. And we'll decide. I think I'm gonna play Final Fantasy, but if hypothetically a couple people show that are the Snap crowd, I'll load it back up. Yeah, I'm still gonna stream. I'm gonna try to stream to about 4 my time, so 2 more hours. But yeah, we'll figure out what I'm gonna play when I get back. So I guess if you want me to play Snap, you gotta rally the Snap crew. If not, I'm gonna probably switch to PlayStation. But yeah, I'll be back. My game is not wanting to close out. Did you even know there's no punches left to roll with? Yeah, you referring to them also giving me the Black Panther variant? Yeah. It's much it's much bigger, much deeper than a theory or a conspiracy. It's like a Newton's sixth law of motion.